smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey hazard name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I gotta smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue and let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping.
Welcome back to Kate and Jimbo. I'm laughing because Jimbo and I were doing dancing in the background, as you do, especially the day after you just got spanked by Chelsea. You got to make yourself laugh somehow. But it's a glorious day here in Lincoln, and it's Friday, so there are reasons to be cheerful. Welcome to everyone joining us. Jimbo, we do have two guests coming. We do have Chang and Nick coming, but they're both late. So Jimbo, it's just the two of us at the moment. How are you?
Never forget, I keep the positive spin and you do all the flip-flopping.
No, Mickey has a name dropping. And then the flip-flopping after that. But anyway, Jimbo, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. I'm all right, thank you. Very good.
Good. So much for your 3-0 half-time dream.
It just come up breaking news. De Bruyne's leaving Man City at the end of the season.
I think that was pretty much
now breaking news. De Bruyne to leave Man City.
I think that was on the cards. I don't think anyone will be surprised by that. But yes, so much for we're going to be winning 3-0 at half-time. I had a dream. That's the last time we listened to you.
It was nice in my dream. It didn't come to reality. So, hey-ho. Not the end of the world. So
dreams don't come true. You heard it here first.
Well, when I have dirty dreams about you, they come true.
Right, let's see who's in the chat. We've got Shemtan saying, afternoon, Princess Kate and Sir Jimbo. So happy to see you both, and am awaiting my therapy session because I'm standing at the top of the game-changing stadium getting ready to jump. Oh, dear. I hope you and your mum are okay, Shem. Good to see you. Yes, Luke's in the house. Big up Luke. Says, Ange deserves to be sacked for cupping his ear towards the fans, let alone being the worst manager in our history. He then says, I'm not even exaggerating. He's worse than Santini, Ramos and Gross. Drew Lala, the real D, in the house. Says, afternoon, Kate, Jimbo, and chat. Big up, Drew Lala. Lynn Simpson says, afternoon, Kate, Jimbo. Good to see you are both looking good. Jimbo had a nightmare. Yeah, indeed he did. Nick's here. I don't know why he's there and not here. Nick, why are you there and not here? What's going on? But good to see you. Lost all my life savings on 3-0 at half-time. Thanks, Jim.
I only put a pound on it. I put a pound on it.
Well, yeah, back to life. Exactly that. Look, we obviously are going to delve into this Chelsea game before we go into the Premier League preview. I cannot be on later than 1:20 because I have a doctor's appointment. So we've got an hour and 15 minutes, which should be plenty of time. Dan Davenport says Spurs board needs to sack Ange. I have Chang in the background. Mr. Chang, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well, Miss Kate and Mr. Boxall over here in Southeast Asia. First and foremost, I need to apologize for my lateness. I just got in at noon and I barely had enough time to clean myself up and set everything up for the show, but better late than never. Thank you very much for having me back on. It feels like forever. It feels like forever since I was back on the Perfect Match, and I cannot wait to get into today's show with you, Ms. Kate and Mr. Boxall. Will Mr. Collison Wright be joining us today? I hope.
He will. He's just running a bit late.
I heard you mention earlier your doctor's appointment earlier, and that you might need to leave before 1:30. I might only have an hour. I might only have an hour myself to about 1 in the afternoon, as I have to get back home. On a Friday, I have to rush back today on a Friday to get back, and I will be rushing back up again to work tomorrow at 7 a.m. I guess. So yeah, absolutely looking forward to getting into today's show with you. But I'm sure there's plenty to discuss with regards to our dismal performance late yesterday night, as well as the preview for Southampton come Sunday. Having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. It does feel like ages since we've been on screen together. But welcome to everyone coming in. Look, Jimbo, I'm going to start with you. Give us your thoughts on yesterday. Guess Mr. Positive, we'll go to you first. Give us your thoughts on yesterday's game.
I don't know. I mean, I said it before. Before the Chelsea game, we done the last stream we done. The very last stream we done. I said that I think Ange is out of his depth. And I think he is out of his depth, but I still don't think it makes him a bad manager. I think it makes it. He's one step too far in his managerial. His managerial. I don't know what words to use here. I just think it's a step too far from the Premier League. But I don't think he's a bad manager. I think because he's done well wherever he's been, Kate. But this is a different level, the Premier League, right? And look, there's no shame. Right, in a manager coming to the Premier League and not making it. I don't think there's a shame in that, especially someone like Ange who's won everywhere he's been, right? Because the Premier League is the hardest league in the world. So I don't like it when I see people calling him a clown and calling him this and calling him that, because he's not. He's a good manager in his own right, but the Premier League's just too much for him. And I mean, look, it's proven, right, that it's too much for him by what's happening on the pitch. He can't seem to get the best out of these players, right? And the way that he's acting in on the sideline with the fans, and the way he's acting in press conferences, I think he's really, really feeling the pressure, right? And look, as I said, I don't think it's a shameful thing. You know, because the Premier League, you've got to be a top manager to survive in the Premier League. How many managers have come to this Premier League and not survived? They go back down to the Championship, they win the Championship, right? You know, and then come back up, but can't do it up here. And I just think that's what the position that Ange is in. I just don't think that he's got it to make it in the Premier League. But I'm going to push this over. I don't think he's a bad manager. I just think this is a step too far.
I actually agree with Lynn here, that she thinks that Ange doesn't want to be here. It has a knock-on effect to the players. Ange is hoping Levy will sack him so he can walk away with a good pay packet. I completely agree. I think the way he's behaving says to me he's had enough. He wants to go. He's doing everything to alienate the fans. I've gone from loving this guy and calling him Daddy Ange, and I want to hug him, to literally, I can't stand the man. I can't stand looking at him. I think he's so rude. I think he's arrogant. The way he was with the fans yesterday, and then coming out with some cobblers about how, that wasn't what he was doing. He was just trying to get the crowd up.
Yeah, I think. Sorry to interrupt you, Kay. I think he mugged himself off there. What he should have done was he should have come out and told the truth. And,
we'd have respected him more for saying the truth.
Yeah, and then he can say, "I would if it was me, I would have said that instead, but it backfired on me and made a joke of it." But look, but you got to see, you got to take into consideration, right, that the man is under massive pressure, right, at the minute, because it's one of the worst records we've had in 40 odd years, you know. So he's under huge pressure. So people under pressure say and do stupid things. That's just a fact of life. What's Daniel saying?
He said, Jim, I respect you, mate, but I'm sorry, he is a clown, completely disregards how serious the Premier League is. This is not South Melbourne, like these Anglos talk about.
But Daniel, it doesn't make him a clown. It makes him well out of his depth. And
but he's arrogant with it, Jim.
He's what?
He's extremely arrogant with it.
Yeah, maybe. Look, at the end of the day, I can guarantee you one thing, right? He won't be here next season. I don't, even if he wins the Europa League, I think they're changing.
Big up Moon Dog, thank you for the super chat. Says big up everyone, nice to see you back. Hey, and thank you very much, and I agree. And Matt, you know what? You're right. You can't even roast us anymore. It's painful because it's every week. So roast away. I'm literally numb to it now. I literally am numb to it. But I mean, Mr. Chang, did you see the match? What do you make of the match? What do you make of Ange? How you feeling?
Didn't watch a single minute of it, thanks to me going to bed early at 9 p.m. I woke up maybe, I think it was the 10th or even the 11th minute of extra time, the injury time in the second half at 5 a.m. And I think maybe upon second watching, maybe, yes, you could say that Pepe Matassar, his goal was rightly chalked off for offside. Although how it took that long for VAR to make a decision is beyond me. It was so clear and obvious that when the goal was scored, he was well offside. So, I mean, at the end of the day,
Caicedo was offside. Pepe Matassar was the foul on someone, wasn't it? That's right, and they took ages to rule it off for the foul.
Well, whatever it is, I mean, let's put this all into context. We have lost by yet another single solitary goal margin for the umpteenth time this season in a ground where historically we do not do well. Under Pochettino, under Mourinho, under AVB, under Yol, under Redknapp, under Juan de Ramos, pretty much all the managers in the Premier League era, for that matter, have not done well there. For us to only lose by that single goal and still be able to maybe give fans some food for thought towards the latter stages of the second half, where I thought we could have and should have maybe grabbed a deserved draw. But nonetheless, say what you want about it, it is consecutive London derby defeats. 3 goals conceded in 2 London derby defeats, no goals scored, more questions that will be asked of the defense, the forward lines, Sonny's captaincy, how effective is Maddison and Bergvall in away fixtures in which we really need to avoid defeat, let alone win if it comes to it. And I have been, since the very start of last season, I have been a very, very staunch and a vocal Ange supporter. But everyone has their breaking point. Everyone has their limits. Everyone has that, I wouldn't say it's a point of no return, more like my patience is wearing thin, and I am known to be patient, or also I hope I am. And I will mirror Mr. Boxall's sentiment, in which if he does get sacked tomorrow morning, I'm not going to shed a tear. I'm not going to bat an eyelid. I'm not going to be, kicking myself, thinking that this is another missed opportunity. He still, in all likelihood, does have a very realistic chance of lifting silverware this season, which is why I am hoping a week's time from now, around the same time, come next Friday, we will have something positive and something uplifting to be talking about. I really am hoping for I really am hoping for back-to-back competitive wins against Southampton and against Frankfurt in a week's time. But even then, I think that might be a bit too optimistic. Let's just see what Sunday brings, and maybe then we will have something to review on Monday, and we'll see where it goes. Having said that, over to Mr. Barrison Royal, who has just joined us. Welcome, Mr. Collison, right?
Nicola, good to see. Long time no see.
Yeah.
You're looking slimmer than ever. You've lost more weight, I believe. Looks like
No,
it.
I haven't actually. I've put weight on, but there you go.
Oh, well, you look slim.
Oh, I've lost weight, Nicholas.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't. Yay. Go on, Nick. I'll let you have your say on what's going on.
I'm sorry. Time's up, mate. Time's up, mate. For you, for these Ange lovers, for these people that love this manager, enough is enough. He's an absolute embarrassment. He's an absolute fraud. Just even today, in his press conference, he doesn't care if people shout at him. If they start recording him on the phone, then he almost has a responsibility to react to it. I mean, what absolute nonsense is he actually talking about? This guy is, I'm sorry, I just had enough. I'm sorry, we wanted it to work. It's not working. I don't want to give him Frankfurt. We're not getting through against Frankfurt. We're going to beat Southampton, and then everyone will be gassing it up. Oh, we're back. Spurs are back against probably the worst team that's ever.
No, they won't, Nick. They won't.
They will. Because there was people last night saying that we played well. There were people last night saying it wasn't that bad a result. It was only 1-0.
I saw that.
It's ridiculous now, Jim. And
yeah, no, look, listen. I agree, right? But
I just think that we should just move on to the predictions, because otherwise,
no. Listen, right? They just said on Talk Sport, right? They said earlier on Talk Sport that Tottenham will, if Tottenham win the Europa League, right? It'll be a fantastic season. Now, I personally don't really agree with that. I think it'd be a good cup win, a very good cup win. But for me, it's still not a good season, because to me, I think the cups are a bonus. The league is where you want to progress. As I said at the beginning of the season, when someone said to me, "What will be a good season for you this year?" and I said, to be finished higher than where we was last year. So it'd be nice to win a cup, and it will be a success in a way. But the league this season, to me, has made Tottenham a real failure. It really has, the way we've performed in the league.
Yeah, and also we've got 8 games left. I think we lose 7 of the 8, if I'm honest. Southampton's the only game that I can sit there and say that we're probably going to win. The rest of them, Wolves away, Forest, Liverpool, Brighton, Villa, Newcastle. I mean, it's laughable, right? So
yeah.
And this is the worst manager in not 40 years. In the current win percentage, it's 140 years. Our worst manager in our history.
When I watched last night, right, I just think to myself, it just doesn't. It looks like chaos on the pitch. Players out of position all the time, and then you can see. I think most of them are trying, but there just seems to be no organisation. And look, I'm going to say it, and people are going to probably hate me for it, right? A lot of people won't, and say you're speaking the truth. Sonny is not a captain. He is not. And as much as I love Sonny, and I never disrespect Sonny, you've never seen me once disrespect Sonny because of what he's done for our club. But he's just not a captain. He's not.
No.
I didn't. Do you know what? At the end of the first half, I said to Kate, "Is Sonny actually on the pitch?"
Yeah.
Now in the second half, he picked up a bit in the second half and played better. But I didn't even know he was on the pitch in the first half.
Well, the sad indictment is for all those people that said, when I said Sonny's finished and they said he's not. If you want to see it with your own eyes, yesterday's chance was exactly what that was. Because in years gone by, he's not even sliding in; he's there just tapping that in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like you say, Jim, he's not a captain. He's not a leader. Maddison, 2 goal contributions in 11 games, 1 goal, 1 assist in 11 games. Christian Romero, just again went. And also, I'll call it as it is. Without his pace, Mickey van der Ven isn't that great. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he didn't look great yesterday.
Him together, him and Romero, all the players are back. All the players are back. That was our strongest team. No one can argue that wasn't our strongest team last night. We look worse than what we did 6 to 8 weeks ago. These players don't look like they know each other. They've had a week back on the training ground. I don't even think that they were there. We said it about the kids. As soon as these players came back, the kids don't get a look in. Where's Archie Gray? Where's the wonderful Archie Gray? Where's Bergvall did okay, but that he was best of a bad bunch.
Look,
Jed
I think
Spence, the only shining light again, really, I would say. So it's just embarrassing from top to bottom.
I think if you're a Spurs fan, right, and you really, really love this club, and you're going to be honest, right, and not, if you're an Ange lover, just praise Ange to the hill, and if you're an Ange hater, right, just hate him to the hill. I think if every Spurs fan is honest, I think deep down they know the best thing for this club is for Ange to part ways with it. It's best for Ange, right? Not just for the club, but I think it's best for Ange as well, that he parts ways, and it's best for the club that he parts ways. And that's not being an Ange hater or an Ange lover. I think the best thing for our club is that he's gone now.
Jimbo,
for him as well, not just for the club, Kate. For him, I think he needs.
I
to go
can tell you categorically that there's some Spurs fans that even deep down do not think Ange going is the best for this club, and that is a lot of the problem. They think that
it's best for him.
Yeah, but they don't. They think that. Well, yeah, there's some people that say that Ange is too good for us. If you please, I mean it's bonkers. But look, Ange, first Spurs manager to lose their first 4 Premier League matches against Chelsea. 29 points from last 34 games, 44 points from last 38 games. Have suffered more defeats this season than Arsenal have in their last 3 seasons combined. I mean, that's sackable on its own. Most defeats since the 2008-2009 season. We're only in 14th place due to our goal difference keeping us there. The season win rate's around 28%. 1977, last time we lost 16 league games from our opening 30 matches. We've earned the fewest number of points in London derbies this season. And we've had no shots on target in the first half in 9 games in the Premier League this season. That is unbelievable. I mean, Chang, you look at, say, you pick out 2 of them and you go, well, that's backable. But we've got a list and they're getting worse. Every week, the stats are getting worse. How is this guy still here?
I think, honestly, Miss Kate, this is the one question a lot of proper Spurs fans should be asking first and foremost. Given everything listed below here, why hasn't he been sacked? When you look at the Juan de Ramoses, the AVBs, the Nuno Espirito Santos, the Jose Mourinho's, the Contes, even the what's his name now? Oh my goodness, Pochettino's, yes. Why hasn't he been sacked till now? Where every one of those past managers, which I just blurted out earlier, they would have been gone by probably the 2nd or the 3rd item on that line. Let alone the entire list. So something else is at work here. Something else. I'm not sure if it's some Qatari takeover, some naming rights, or some other thing that's going on behind the scenes that none of us have a Scooby-Doo about. But something is deeply, deeply, deeply wrong, and it puts me very ill at ease for what's to come if this is just the tip of the iceberg. And I really do hope we get some clarity soon, even before the end of the season, because mind you, this is not only is this driving the fans out, it might even drive away potential investors, and that is what I fear the most. Where we could be this close to be on the brink of being taken over, and it all falls apart because of Big Ange being still at the helm. So let's just see what gives by 2 months' time, hopefully by May. And it doesn't look good, but let's just hope that we still get silverware by the end of this season, and then we can part ways amicably with silverware. And having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing we can hope for. But I personally, I'm the same as you, Nick. I wouldn't even give him Frankfurt. I'd get rid of him now because he looks like he's losing the plot to me. We've broken yet another manager. His hair's falling out. He looks ill. He's being rude to everybody. He's snapping at the fans. He's arguing. It needs to be put out. Yeah, exactly. It's just an ongoing pattern. Spurs just break people. They really do. I mean, Martin Knightsbridge says enough's enough now. He's lost the fans, he's lost the players, and he's losing the plot. He's arrogant and thinks the fans will believe his lies. It's a joke now. We're a laughing stock. And it's not even that we're a laughing stock anymore. I think people actually feel sorry for us, and I think that's worse. Like Matt said, I'm not going to roast you because I feel sorry for you. It's just it's a disgrace. I don't know if anyone wants to add anything onto it. Go on, Jim.
I just think it's better all round if we had a change now for him as well as us. I hate it when I see managers like we saw it with Conte. He started going down a dark road, didn't he? And I just hate it when you see that. And it's just like with what did I say to you about Pochettino? Okay, I love Pochettino, but it was time for him to go. You could see that it was making him ill, you know. And I think this guy's ending up down the same road. I think for both parties, it's the best thing for him to move on, you know.
Yeah.
But I can't understand why Levy's not pulled the trigger on him. I don't know.
No. Nick, are you going to any games for the rest of the season, or is that you done?
No, I had good news last night. My Crystal Palace ticket sold. Some lunatic decided to buy it for £70, which is outrageous for that game. I will be going to the last game and probably one of the remaining away games, maybe. But I'm not that fussed. I'm just Sunday. We're playing at 2:00. I might do something else if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big protest on Sunday. I don't know who's going, but I don't know how big the protest will be. It doesn't seem to have been as publicised, but then I don't know because literally when we took that time away, we were completely away. We stayed. We didn't watch any football. We didn't look at any YouTube. We didn't look at Twitter or anything. We literally stayed well away. So I don't know. Has it been publicised and pushed as much, Nick? Do you think this protest? Because I literally have no idea.
Look, I think it. Well, look, I mean, last night wouldn't have helped. I mean, it's difficult, right? What it determines, I think it's going to be bigger because obviously it's the half term. But then I guess we'll see on Sunday. I mean, unfortunately, and I said this earlier, it doesn't matter if there's 10,000 there. There's still 40,000, 50,000 in the stadium, lapping up everything that Levy, Ange, and this team is doing. So. It's not to say just to give up, you know, fair play to them, but I think we just need to, it needs to be more. And look, I think actually Daniel Levy's in a position here where, actually if he sacks him, he'll be lauded a hero, you know.
Yeah, I think you're right. Jim, are you Ange out now, mate? Says Paul 1234.
Paul, I'm not one for screaming, right? Sack him, right? Look, I just think for the I suppose you could say I'm Ange out. I don't know. I think it's best for Ange, right? Not just us, the club, us fans and the footballers. Obviously my main concern is the club because I'm a Spurs supporter. I'm not an Ange supporter. I don't support the managers. I back them when they're there, right? But when they move on, I don't follow their careers. I just think that it's the best thing for both Ange and us that we part ways. I said the same thing about Poch, and I absolutely loved Poch. And Poch, I have kind of looked how he's done since he left. Apart from Chelsea, I wanted him to do fucking terrible there. But I love Poch as a person. I think he's a magnificent human being. But it's just better we part ways with him for his own sanity as well. You can see him when he just doesn't look the same man anymore. You know, he doesn't look well. He looks broken. You know, he's losing his temper with fans. He's losing his temper with the press conference, with journalists. Yeah, and it's just the best thing for him.
Carl, he could win all the last 8 games and lift the Europa League, and it wouldn't change my mind. I need this guy out of the club. I can't bear him.
I think you have to. It's lovely to win the cup, right? But when you start the season, right, your main concern is the Premier League, where you're going to end up in the Premier League. It's massive to win a cup, but I think if he wins a cup, it won't make a difference. You know, he's had a good cup run. If he went on to win it, it's magnificent. He's won the first trophy in 17 years. But you've got to look at the league. You know, that's where your bread and butter is. And,
exactly.
Our league form is, well, I mean, I've been a Spurs fan a long time, and I don't think I've seen it this bad. I probably have, because I've been supporting them for 50-something years, but I can't actually remember a year where it was worse than this.
Yeah. Look, I think that's enough talking about Tottenham, because there's not much else to say. It's just we're going to keep going around the same way until something changes. But the scores, I don't know where Nick's gone, for this week.
I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Chang got 5 points. Jim got 6 points. And me and Nick got 8 points. That's what I've got it down as, yes. So the scores on the doors are Jimbo with 172, me with 207, Nick coming from behind with 221, and Chang with 222. So it's very, very tight at the top. Very tight. 1 point in it between you two.
How did Chang get? Hang on.
Oh, we are. Look, I would be winning.
Hang on. I thought I was level going into last night.
No, you weren't.
How?
You were 4 behind. You was 213 and Chang was 217.
Yeah, Chang got what? Arsenal correct.
Yes. And 2 more correct predictions. Not correct predictions, but rather I got 2. There were 2 wins. I got the wrong scoreline. Liverpool, I think, is one of them.
He got City and Liverpool correct result, and he got the Arsenal score right. So that's 5.
Yeah, I got Arsenal score correct prediction right. Forest correct.
Oh, you got 9. You got 9, not 8.
Yeah, exactly. So we are level.
So you're level pickings.
Yeah, you see.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
So I got City right.
No, you didn't. You got 8.
Hang on. Arsenal correct result. Forest correct result.
Yes.
City correct score. 5 points there. Newcastle was 1. Was 6 points. Liverpool 7 points. Chelsea 8 points. Yeah, you're right.
So you got 8. So you're wrong. So you're still a point behind. So stop trying to get me at it, Nicholas. I was thinking I was really blonde there.
I just thought I'd check. Chang got 1.
So yeah, Jim is actually 50 behind the leader now. That's
it's still time, mate, Jimbo. Still time. Yeah.
And I am 15 behind the leader. So Jim and I are not
over yet. Jim's finished.
Yeah, Jim's in trouble. We've got Southampton at home this weekend, Matt. So if we don't win that, we really are screwed. I will criticise Ange for many aspects of his coaching, and sorry, he deserves that scrutiny, but I'm not going to go over the top of his actions during and after games because he's under so much pressure.
Right, David, can I ask you, do you think he was right to cup his ear and then make up that bullshit excuse that he came up with? Because that's nonsense.
Yeah. That's the thing. It was the excuse. It was so cringe. It was like
Jimbo said, just admit it. Say, yeah, I thought I'd try and
give a bit back.
Yeah, just say it. I know why I did it, but I think we're already, I think, I am trying to get an extra point. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if we don't beat Southampton? Can you imagine?
Do you know what? Morning, Joey, or afternoon, should I say. Big up Ed as well, Dan, everyone coming in. My 8-year-old acts like Ange. Yeah, he's a bit of a man-child. But enough about that fat pillock. let's go on to.
Let's not be personal, Kate.
No, sorry, I was talking about Jim.
Yeah, exactly. Enough about that fat pillock up there.
Kang, I'm going to start with you. First game of the weekend is tomorrow at 12:30. It's Everton versus Arsenal. How do you see this one going?
I will stick to my principles, even if Big Ange doesn't, as far as going forward is concerned. I will still never ever predict anything other than a draw or even a loss for Woolwich on air, which is why I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I can see this finishing 1 apiece at Goodison.
Ooh, 1-1 for Chang. Nick, what about you?
Well, here's where we go from 1 point behind to potentially in the lead. I'm saying 2-1 Arsenal.
I've gone for the same as you, Nick. I've gone for a 2-1 Arsenal win. Jimbo, what about yourself?
What game is it? I don't even know what game it is.
Oh, sorry, it's Everton versus Arsenal.
What did Chang say?
Chang said 1-1.
Oh, I'll just follow Chang. No.
Are you going to copy Chang, yeah?
No, I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. I'll go 2-1 Arsenal.
Oh, you're copying me and Kate, yeah? All right, there we go.
Oh, is that what you two said?
Yes, it was. A lot of people saying 1-0 win for the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Then the next game for the weekend is Crystal Palace versus Brighton. Jimbo, actually, this Palace only managed to draw, didn't they, with Southampton? Was that last game?
Can't Chang go first?
No, you're going first. Yeah, Palace drew with Southampton last weekend.
Palace at home, Brighton. I'm going to go. I'll go 1-1.
Phil P, instead of Jimbo ever cupped his ear to Kate when she's having a go at him, he wouldn't bloody dare, let me tell you. He wouldn't dare.
Have I ever what?
Cupped your ear like that when I'm having a go at you.
No, but I have behind her back, though. I've done that.
I have saved your question, Matt, but I'm going to do the predictions first. Nick, Palace Brighton, how do you see this one going?
I want to say a draw. I don't think 2-2. I don't think they're both going to score. But I don't want to agree with Jimbo because he's rubbish at predictions. So I'm going to say 0-0.
Oh, 0-0. Not very often we get 0-0 predictions, I've got to be honest.
It could be a blessing in disguise here.
It could be. Mr. Chang, what about yourself?
I'm thinking Brighton might just try and make up for their dismal midweek results. I can see this going to the away team, although by how much, that's going to be the question here. I tell you what, I'm going to stick to what works for me. It's going to be an away win for Brighton by 2-1. It's going to finish Palace 1, Brighton 2.
I've gone for a 2-2 draw in that one. I think it's a tough game. Phil, this is exactly what I said. I think he is daring Levy to sack him. That's how I feel. Big up Marlon. Said Jim cupped his ear at us last night and we are Tottenham TV, but we were right. Yes, we were right, Marlon. There will be no letters of apology. Absolutely brilliant streaming with you last night. Literally one of the nicest guys in the whole world is Marlon. I'm just putting it out there.
I prefer Ashmatic, if I'm honest.
I knew you were going to say that.
The same and Ash.
Ipswich Wolves.
Say Ash is not here.
Ipswich Wolves is next. Nick, what's your thoughts?
Ipswich Wolves. Wow, this is another game where I think Wolves are going to catch us up, and I'm going to say 2-1 Wolves.
2-1 away win. Mr. Chang, what about yourself?
Difficult one to call. I mean, not many people predicted Ipswich to win in midweek, and yet they did. I think away on the travels too, if I'm not mistaken. So this could be a very interesting game. I'm going to go with Miss Lynn Simpson's prediction, where I think it's going to be a draw, but I think it's going to be 1 apiece and not 2-2. I'm going to go for 1 apiece between Ipswich and Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Mr. Chang, that's exactly the prediction I've done, a 1-1 draw. Jimbo, what about you, Ipswich Wolves?
I'll go 1-1 as well.
Copycat. Don't know what you're looking at.
No, it's not. I always say what's in my mind, Kate, and I think it'd be a draw.
I was only joking. Big up Benji. Mr. Kaufman's in the house. Hope you're well, my love. West Ham Bournemouth. I'll start it off. I've gone for 1-0 West Ham win. Ever since Iriola's been linked to Spurs, they can't buy a win at Bournemouth. So I'm going for West Ham to beat them 1-0. The curse has infiltrated Bournemouth already. Jimbo, what are your thoughts with this one?
I'm going to go 2-1 West Ham.
Another West Ham win. Nicholas?
What did Jim say?
He said 2-1 West Ham.
Oh, Jim, can you stop going for scores that I'm thinking of, man?
He does get some right.
I give up mine reading when I worked out I couldn't do it.
So what did you say, Kate?
I said 1-0 West Ham.
I'm
going to say 1-1.
Yes, think what you think the score would be. Don't be swayed by what people are saying. It's what you think the score would be, not what we think the score would be.
I know, Jim, but you're like 50 points behind, mate. So if I lose ground on if I lose ground on Chang because I'm thinking the same as you, mate, then there's trouble, isn't there?
Yeah, but I won 2 weeks, so this might be another week that I win, and you might.
You won 2 weeks. 2 weeks out of 31, mate.
Yeah,
well done.
I still won 2 weeks. So what this could be a.
What's
third.
that? Is that like saying we only lost by 1 goal trophy? Is that what we're doing here, Jimbo?
No. What I'm saying.
Yeah, it is. Well, we only lost by 1 goal. Chang saying that earlier. We only lost by 1 goal.
170 odd points, right? So I've got quite a few points, right? Might not be as much as you three.
I mean, you haven't got 221 or 222 like Chang. No, you're right.
But what I'm saying is I've got quite a few scores right, so that might be one to add to it. So if you think it's going to be 2-1, you shouldn't be swayed by what I think. You should be swayed by what you think.
Well, I am, Jimbo, because you make me nervous, mate.
Honestly.
Oh, dear.
Mr. Chang, what about yourself, West Ham Bournemouth?
I'm also going for a 2-1 scoreline, a 2-1 prediction for this. I believe this should be my second of 4 2-1s for match week 31.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Yes, Jim has won 2 weeks out of 31. God bless him. You hang on to that, Jimbo. We call you Ange from now on because your win rate's about the same. We'll call you Big Ange. Next up, we have got Nick. I'll let you go first so that no one can steal your scoreline prediction.
Thanks, Kate. That was so kind of you. I'm going to go in this one. I'm going to say 3-2 Villa.
Right.
Wow.
I'll go 3-2 Villa, Kate.
Are you really?
Such a dick, isn't he?
Are you really going to go 3-2 Villa?
I think it'd be a draw. I'm going to go 2-2.
That's what I've done. 2-2. Mr. Chang, what's your thoughts on this one?
I think Villa might just nick this. I honestly thought that Forest was a bit lucky against United, although I still think that the better team won between Forest and United. So I was going for a draw, but looking back, I think Unai Emery might just have the edge over Nuno. I'm going to go for another 2-1 here, Miss Kate. It's going to finish 2 for Villa and 1 for Forest.
Okay. Big up to Lynn Simpson, been a member for 14 months. Thank you very much. I don't know where the time goes, but it's very much appreciated, Lynn. Chang, I'll come to you first with this one. A derby, Brentford versus Chelsea. How do you see this one going?
I was also going for a draw this game. I mean, Chelsea don't really do well on their travels, not recently anyway, and definitely not this season. But if they can beat us, and Brentford themselves aren't doing too well, this is going to be my second 1-2 away win for match week 31. It's going to finish Brentford 1 and Chelsea 2.
Oh, I've done Brentford 2, Chelsea 1. So I've done the opposite to you. Because even though Chelsea beat us last night, I don't think they looked anything special at all. Jimbo, what's you thinking?
What's Nick said?
He hasn't yet.
Oh, I'm not sure because Chelsea didn't look good last night. I mean, they were there for the taking. If we'd have had our foot on the gas, they were there for the taking, weren't they? And I think they're worse away at night than they are at home. I think I'll go 2-2, Kate.
Desmond. Nicholas?
I'm going to go with you, 2-1 Brentford.
Oh. Yeah, I see that. And then big up also to Jose who came in. I don't think I said hello to. Good to see Jose. I'm going to go to Nick first with this one, with Fulham versus Liverpool.
This is interesting. I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay. Mr. Chang, Fulham versus Liverpool.
This is also going to be an away win, and yes, it is also going to end 1-2 to the away team. It's going to finish Fulham 1, Liverpool 2.
Well, I've done 2-1 to Liverpool as well. So, Jimbo, are you going to follow the pack and do a 1-2, or are you going to go
2-1 Fulham? Fulham going to win.
I never follow the pack, Kate. I'm not a sheep. I will go 3-1 Liverpool.
Oh, you spoiled the rhythm.
Yeah, well, when I get 4 points and you lot don't, then
you'll be 48 points behind us, Jimbo. Yeah, all right. But actually, you won't, because we'd have got more points right, and then that would be the only one you get right. So actually, it'd be nearly 60. So yeah, it's fine, Jimbo, not a problem.
It doesn't
We'll
mean
give you Liverpool. We'll give you the 4. We'll give you 3 points for Liverpool, mate. Not a problem.
I don't sit here really worrying about it. You know.
He does. He cries every night.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm 50 points.
If I win a week, it gives me a little buzz. So I've had 2 buzzes this season, so I'm happy.
Easily pleased.
Jose, I have texted you as well. I forgot to say. Big up, Angus. How's your dad? I know you said that you had an appointment. I don't know how it went. I haven't seen you since, but let us know how he is. Paul G, been a member for 12 months. Big up to you. Oh, then we've got probably the worst game of the weekend. Tottenham versus Southampton, Mr. Chang. Hit us. What are you going with?
This is my third and final 2-1 home win for match week 31. It's going to finish Spurs 2 and Southampton 1. I mean, as much as I want us to win convincingly, much the same way we hammered 4 past them in the first half away at St. Mary's earlier this season, I honestly can't see it happening so soon after that loss to Chelsea. And with Frankfurt to come in midweek, I think Big Ange is going to play it safe rather than try and salvage something from this week and try and get the fans back on his side. After yesterday night, I just think he's going to just maybe feel some youngsters, and that doesn't bode well. Not at this juncture where you really need momentum going into midweek. So I still think we should have enough to win, but it's going to be scrappy. It could be even a late penalty or even a Madison free kick. You never know. But yeah, I still am and always will back us to win, however bad we are doing. So yes, this will be the third and final 2-1 home win prediction for me, Miss Kate.
I've done the same, Mr. Chang. I've done a narrow victory. Big up to Paul G, member for 12 months. And massive, brilliant news from Angus, whose dad got the all clear. So puts it all in perspective. Football isn't really that important. Well, a couple of people predicting 2-1 to Southampton and Joey predicting a draw. Jimbo, Tottenham,
I get 2
Southampton.
scores tonight. I get 2 scores.
What?
Because Nick.
You could have 2 scores between now and until the end of the season, Jimbo. You still won't catch us, mate.
I'm not interested in all your waffle. I'm not interested in your waffle. All I know is you said to me you could have 2 scores on the Tottenham game, right?
Yes, Jimbo, you can, and you still got less points than me last week.
Excuse me, this is my minute. You can have your minute in a minute. Right? I will have 4-0 and I will have 4-1. Thank you.
What, Southampton?
No, to Tottenham.
Oh, you're pathetic. What a ridiculous waste of 2 score predictions.
4-0, 4-1. No, it's your turn, Nick.
Yeah, the 21-0 and to Southampton. No, I don't know if I care that much. I might just give a funny scoreline just to see. I'm going to say 3-1 Spurs.
Oh, it wasn't far from what I said.
Daniel says...
I want to go 1-0 Spurs, but we're going to concede and we'll probably score more than 1. And yeah, I think it's, just we'll see.
If Ange loses against Southampton, he will become the first Spurs manager in Premier League history to lose against all the promoted clubs at our gaff in the same season. Wow. Another lovely record for Ange Postecoglou. Angus says, I know Ange, I've met him and he's one of the most arrogant people I've met in my life. I can quite believe it. I don't know if you know him, but I can believe he's got a bit of arrogance about him. But, Aussie Ange hater, yes, I am feeling better. Well, I was till last night. Now I've got crap again. Only joking. Archer says, Ange is embarrassing us in various ways every week. Levy should see that it is not sustainable for his brand. Big up Cougar Bear says, big up all. We'll beat Southampton to give some of the fans false hope again. 1-0 maybe, then again we could easily lose. Does it even matter? No, it doesn't. The only thing that matters is the Frankfurt game. And I think we'll lose that as well. But there we go. Just to cheer everyone up. We met him at the Celtic training ground. There we go. Paul G. Bobby says, sad reality is, it's bad when people that usually banter you are now sending messages of support and pity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly that. Then we have the Manchester Derby on Sunday afternoon. Man United versus Man City. Jim, who wants to go first? Anyone particular?
I don't care. I'll go first. 3-1 City.
Did you give a score? Oh, I didn't hear you. You said it so quick. 3-1 to City. Okay. Nicholas?
I'm going to say 2-0 City.
Wow, not even giving Man United a goal. Harsh. Mr. Chang?
This will be my third and final 1-1 draw for match week 31. It's going to finish 1 apiece between United and City in the Manchester Derby.
I've got 2-1 City. Angus is saying 2-1 United. I think it wouldn't surprise me whatever score.
What did you say, Nick?
Nick said 2-0 City. Big up to Paul. Says, surely when a manager shows disrespect to the fans, it's time to go. Big up Kate Jimbo Paddle. Great to see you back, Kate. Thank you very much. It's good to be back. Yeah, I don't think anyone banters us anymore because they're just like, oh, bless. They've lost again, bless. As for the Grand National, I haven't even looked at the horses yet, but I am going to look at them and then get Jim to put a silly bet on for me. I've never win. Jim always picks the winner. The only time I did it was Take That, Rule the World. I picked that winner because it's Take That, so that's the only time. Final game of the weekend is on Monday night. It's Leicester versus Newcastle. Sounds thrilling. Nick, what's your thoughts on this one?
I think it's going to be a 2-1 Newcastle.
Mr. Chad?
I think I'm going to go for that as well. This would be my fourth and final 1-2 away win for match week 31. It's going to finish Leicester City 1, Newcastle United 2.
I have predicted exactly the same, a 1-2. Jimbo, what do you fancy?
3-0 City. 3-0 Newcastle.
Okay.
They can't buy a goal, Leicester, can they?
No. For your game, Angus, Jim predicted 2-1 Arsenal, Chang predicted 1-0, and Nicholas and I both predicted a 2-1 Arsenal win. Lynn says 3-1 Newcastle, 2-0 Newcastle. I think Newcastle will have enough to win it. I just don't see it being a huge win. This was another stat I forgot to bring up. 4 more defeats from their last 9 fixtures will see Ange tie the record for the most losses, while 5 losses will see the Australian boast the unwanted honour for himself. Yeah, he could end up being the worst manager in our history, depending on how many losses we get from the last few games and also how we finish in the league. Is it match week 31 this week? It is. Wow. That's unreal. I don't know where the season's going, but I've got to be honest and say I can't wait till it finishes. Chang, do you ever have a little go on the Grand National Horse Race, or is it not something you've ever done?
That's not actually something I've ever done. I have heard of or rather I did take an interest in the Kentucky Derby over in the States. I think 40 years ago, maybe in the late 80s, but the Grand National, unfortunately, no. But I hear it's quite a big thing over there in Britain, over in England, and maybe, just maybe, I might just take a look to see what the fuss is all about, much like cricket or even lawn bowls. You could say I could be wrong, but maybe the Grand National would have been a better watch than the London Derby yesterday evening. I just might take a look at that because, and I really do hope this doesn't come to pass. There is a lot of talk that I might be shifted outstation away from Malaysia, away from this current country that I'm at in a month's time. So I really do hope I can finish off this season doing all the previews and reviews before I do get shipped abroad. But I really am doing my utmost best to prevent that from happening, because this is the last, or rather this is the worst possible time for me to be stationed overseas. So I'll just see where it goes, where this job takes me. But I really am hoping to get some form of entertainment or even something leisure this weekend after yesterday's defeat, after yesterday's result. But there's something for me to look into this weekend, the Grand National, and thank you for the recommendation, Ms. Kate.
What when are they thinking of sending you, Chang? Do you know? Are you saying you're going to get moved to another country?
So basically I'm either going up north or down south from this country which I'm residing. If I do go up north, it's going to be the Siamese. I'm going to be in Thailand. There was quite a commotion there. In midweek, there was quite an earthquake. There was quite a major earthquake. You should see this one video that's doing the rounds. There was this building that was under construction. It just came down like a sandcastle. It's unlike anything anyone in Thailand has ever seen in however many 100 years of historical records they have on building skyscrapers. So I will be looking into the structural failure for this construction, this skyscraper construction in Thailand, to see why it just collapsed the way it did. If that doesn't work out, then I might go down south to the Pearl of the Orient, Singapore, come May, possibly on a year's stay there or so. I never know how these things work out, but in all honesty, I would very much like to just continue residing here until such time I feel it's time for me to be, moved abroad. But it's all happening. It's all kicking off in Southeast Asia, and not to alarm anyone of Southeast Asian persuasion. we are expecting a lot more earthquakes, possibly another tsunami on the way too as well. So I really do hope this isn't, I really do hope that this isn't history repeating itself 20 years on later from what happened in Bali, from what happened in Indonesia a whole 2 decades ago in 2005, but it's not looking good over here. I would say that climate change is real, and if the tectonic plates shift any further, God knows where this earthquakes are going to land.
Wow. Bloody hell. Well, stay safe, Mr. Chang. I just forgot that Matt asked this question. I want all your thoughts on this. Do Arsenal have a real chance versus Real Madrid? Yes, we've lost Gabriel. Madrid are having to play their third choice goalkeeper, who's a youngster. I don't know what the rest said. Nick, obviously, I'm really looking forward to these Champions League games. I think Villa PSG is going to be a bit of a spectacle. Arsenal, Real Madrid. Do they have a chance, do you think?
Look, I guess like with anything, you have a chance, but I would say that chance is about as good as our chance of going through against Frankfurt and then the next game and then winning the competition, right? So, yeah, I would say they have no chance. As Angus has said, we agree on something. They have no chance in hell.
What about Villa against PSG?
I think Villa have got more of a chance against PSG than Arsenal have against Real Madrid. That's
wow.
I don't know. Yeah, I think that's probably the fairest way to put it.
Wow. Jim, what about you? How do you feel about Arsenal versus Real Madrid? And obviously, I think Villa away their first leg to PSG.
I like I said, Ange, it's a bridge too far. I think it's a bridge too far for Aston Villa and for Real Madrid. I mean, I can't believe the transformation in PSG since they've got rid of the superstars, some of the superstars, and the way this manager's got them organised, they look absolutely fantastic. What a football team they look like. And I think it'd be too much for Villa, even though I'd like to see Villa win for my mate who's a Villa fan. And I think Arsenal over 2 legs. They don't seem to beat the big clubs over 2 legs, Arsenal, do they? You don't get much bigger than Madrid.
No.
So I think they're going to take a bit of a spanking, if you want to know the truth. What
about you, Chang? Do you fancy Real Madrid or Arsenal? Or have you got any thought?
I think it all depends on how well Mbappe does on the day, or even Vinicius Jr., or even Modric if he's even going to be playing. Honestly, historically, I think Madrid will have that edge, but stranger things have happened to Madrid this season. Right now, I would say it's pretty much 50-50, but I mean, at the Bernabeu, it's just going to be a furnace and some. And if Arsenal to get anything, it has to be at the Emirates. I can't see them getting anything away on their travels away at Madrid. So I think the tie will be decided at the Emirates. If Arsenal can avoid defeat or even grab a draw, or even a win too, for that matter, then they might stand a chance. Because if this tie has to be won at the Emirates for Arsenal, failing which I can't see Madrid losing at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think PSG are going to spank Aston Villa because I think they showed that they're not this team to be underestimated anymore. And I think Real Madrid, Arsenal, I'm not sure. I literally don't know who I think will win that. I think the stars are aligning for Arsenal a little bit, but I'm not sure. So I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to speak it into existence. But I personally want to see Bayern Munich win the Champions League just so that Harry Kane gets a nice big fat trophy because I think he deserves it. But I just like watching the Champions League myself, even when we're not in it, which, it doesn't look like we're going to be in it for quite a while yet. But I do enjoy watching it. It's the best of the best. Yeah. But what would you say?
Champions League's fantastic. Champions League's fantastic to watch.
Yeah, I know.
Champions League.
I actually streamed with Yummy about 4 weeks ago on Judge Mo's show. So yeah, she's funny, Yummy. I don't know why I had to do that, but I'm going to finish it there because I've got the doctors. Chang's got his internet's going to go in a few minutes. Chang, anything lined up for yourself, streaming wise?
If everything goes to plan, I should be streaming with Jose come Sunday at 9 a.m. For our Asian and our Aussie viewers who are probably looking for something to brighten up their weekend, just before our game against Southampton. So that would be the only thing that I have in the next couple of days before we reconvene, hopefully, come Monday at noon. So yeah, the only show that I have between now and our Match Week 31 review on Monday at noon would be the Sunday 9 a.m. show that I have on El Tel Coquerel with Senor Garcia. Having said that, thank you as always for having me back after such a long hiatus during the mini international break. I really do hope that we have something positive to be talking about come Monday. Having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
Please God, let that be true. Nick, anything planned?
No, nothing planned. Weekend off. Might take the whole weekend off of everything.
Yeah, but you're not going to the match.
Huh?
You're not going to the Spurs match.
No, I'm not going to the Spurs match. No.
So you're not going to the protest.
No.
You're the problem, Nick. That's the only reason I asked, because I wanted to say that. I think you need to go to the Barbers.
Yeah, I do. You're right. I do need to go to the Barbers. It's a bit.
Yeah, I think you need to go there.
Yeah, I do. You're right. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't.
Yeah, maybe. Who cares? But
who cares?
Jimbo, who cares? Anything planned for the weekend, Jimbo?
I don't know, have we?
We've got We Are Tottenham TV pre-match pump up at 12 on Sunday. That's going to be nice. I don't need
to have a schedule, darling. I've got you.
That's going to be nice. Trying to pump everyone up for the Tottenham Southampton game on Sunday. We've got our work cut out for us doing that. That's for sure. But yeah,
we'll pump them up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, which we'll try. Even I'm predicting a win against Southampton, so that's something rare in itself. Big up, Leo. You've caught us just as we're finishing. Thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you especially to Moondog for the super chat. Lynn Simpson and Jerry both being members for over a year. They alert, no need for barbers. Long hair looks better, apparently. Yeah, enjoy the sunshine because it's going to be the hottest day of the year today. So enjoy the sunshine. Chang, be careful of tsunamis and earthquakes, please. Stay safe. We don't want to hear that. And Jim, do you want to end the show?
Well, I did have a question.
Oh, no.
Right, I did have a question. I just wanted to ask you all, right, because I answered it earlier. If we win the European trophy, is the season a total failure or
no?
Not?
No, it's not a total failure. But for me, it doesn't make up for how bad the league's been. That's my answer.
Nick and Chang?
What's that?
If we win the Europa League, is the season a failure?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Nick's answer.
Yeah, it is because it's complete failure because we're not gonna win it. So it's ridiculous to even think that we're gonna win it.
Yep. Chang? Thoughts?
I wouldn't say it's a complete failure, but it still wouldn't make up for the disappointing league form. Whatever trophies we win or whatever accolades or silverware we accumulate theoretically, if we do that at the end of the season, for me, I think even Europa League wouldn't save Ange's job because I think the damage is irreparable. I wouldn't exactly say that he's already past the point of no return, but it's looking slimmer and slimmer by the day, let alone with every loss that we accumulate from between now to the middle of May. So I really do not know. I absolutely do not know where this is going to lead to. But as long as there still is some lingering hope that we might win something, be it the Europa League or even financial fair play awards or whatever. I would still back Ange, as silly and as stupid as it sounds for me to say this. Just so long as he's manager and we still have this theoretical chance of winning, back him until such time where his position becomes untenable, and which point then we will then have to restart this project for, I can't remember how many times now it's been since Pochettino took over. But yep, as always, onwards and upwards. Come on, you Spurs, and up the lands.
Exactly. Big up to Nick, Lazy 8, becoming a member. Absolute legend. And also Ellie in Vegas, who's just woke up here in Vegas and assumes Ange is still here. Unfortunately, yes, he is. But you never know what's going to happen. Jim, do you want to end the show as only you can? Why are you laughing?
Yes, Jim. It was a yes or no question. Yes, Jim. It's still a failure. Yes.
I was going to say it can't get any worse, right? But it can. It actually can. If we lose to Southampton, it is actually worse. So I don't know what else to say. It can get worse, but let's hope it don't get worse. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, just enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the weekend, and hope for the best. And yeah, come on, you Spurs, as always. And thank you, Nick and Chang, again, for coming on. So enjoy the sun, enjoy the things you love, be nice to each other. And yeah, if Spurs are making you miserable, then do what I do. Don't bloody watch them. And that's my bit of wisdom.
Don't let it make you get miserable. Don't let it make you get... I mean, I think most people are numb to it now, Kate.
Yeah, Ange has broken Jim. It's official. He has broken him. But there we go. Enjoy the day.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins, back in the onion net, talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listen in. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match.